Hey everybody, Citizenrod here, and like I said in my previous video, I was going to talk about the bike that I chose to take on the Camino and why, and what better place to do it than in front of the Cathedral de Santiago de Compostela, where we've just finished the ride yesterday, and we've come out today to talk about the bike. You'll see people arriving, buses, bikes, bicycles, walking. I did see someone on a horse on the trail, but I haven't seen them arrive today. Anyway, let's get to the bicycle and what I chose. As you saw in my previous video, I chose to bring my own bike. I think it was a good choice because I got 1 month's worth of trialing it out and getting used to it, and then brought it to Spain, and I'll talk about that in another video, the transportation. But the bike, first of all, big shout out, thanks to the people at Reed Cycles, especially Richie at the Newtown Sydney store in Australia. He helped both of us out, myself and my father. We both bought bikes, accessories, and he also helped us pack the bikes up so they could be transported by a plane. All right, so I myself got the Xenon 29er hardtail. I'll just get the pannier off. So I chose a hardtail, which means it only has the front shocks. Was it a good choice? Was it a bad choice? It did the job. The Camino does get pretty rough at times, so I think a rear shock would actually help, especially if you could lock it. I'm not sure. I've never used a bike with dual suspension, so I don't know if that sort of thing is available. So the first thing, yes, hardtail, it worked, but it does get pretty rough. Keep in mind, I did stick to the Camino. I didn't go on the road. So there is a cycling Camino path that you can take, but I stuck to the walking path, and that one gets pretty rough. Uphill, downhill, you name it. What else about the bike? So I did get a softer seat. So I'm not a fan of the padded tights. I did bring them just in case my butt got really sore. But what I did is a even softer seat, wider, more cushioning, and I did the whole 800 kilometers with didn't need to put the padded shorts on. So that was what I did with that. The other thing with the actual bike is I got hydraulic brakes. First of all, disc brakes. You want disc brakes. There's all types of weather. There's dust, there's rain, cold, hot. So you want the best braking power that you can get. And disc brakes is first, and then the next thing is hydraulic disc brakes. So you want that stopping power. There's some pretty steep declines, runs down. Some of them are on rough terrain, and some of them are on smooth terrain. And on the smooth terrain, you're just going to fly. So you're going to want some braking power. So I got disc brakes and I got hydraulic disc brakes. So spend a little bit more, just for safety. What else does this bike have? Okay, the 29-inch wheels. So obviously 29 is the latest craze, and they do seem to roll better. You know, you do get more speed. The bike does want to go when you're on flat terrain or downhill terrain. So my previous bike was a 26-incher, and this was a pretty big change. You're not having to do any crazy turns in and out of tracks, so 29-inch wheels are perfect, and they suited this ride perfectly. What else about a belt? Make sure you have a belt, especially if you are riding on the Camino walking path, which is what I did. You're going to be ringing the bell. There are walkers all along the track, and because on a bike you are riding faster, you will come across walkers all the time, all day long. So you're going to want a bell. The walkers really appreciate it. Give plenty of warning. I'll show up another video showing how many people I come across, and just be courteous. It's going to save you headaches. It's going to save the people headaches. Give plenty of warning, ding, ding, ding. I say thank you in Spanish, gracias, buen camino, all that jazz, and just be happy, and people really appreciate it. The next thing with a bike, what did I do? I got the rack. So it's a must. You need a panniers. You're not going to be wearing a backpack. I got a toe peak rack. Make sure the rack you buy is, if you got a 29er, it is for 29-inch bikes, because most of the smaller ones just won't fit. And buy it with anticipation. Don't be like me and wait till last minute and have to pay top bucks for the best one. The panniers are great. I got this particular bag off eBay, and it just hooks on, and that was it. I got 2 of those. It fit everything. Not sure what the time is. Ding.
Well, I am by what?
Okay, continue. So, panniers are a must. You don't want to be wearing any backpacks. What some people do will have the camel pack. I myself just had a water bottle in here, got a water bottle holder, and just swap the bottles as I needed to go. So that's the panniers, really helpful, really good. The other thing I do have on this bike is the strap pedals, clip pedals, I don't know what you call them. Anyway, so I've got normal hiking boots and the straps, and I found straps fantastic, especially with these shoes, with normal hiking boots. The beauty between that is that you don't have the actual clip-ins, so you can have comfortable walking hiking boots at the same time. But definitely you want something that you can put your feet into, so that you can get that, so you're not slipping off the pedals, because a lot of times you have mud or wet shoes and you will slip. So make sure you get something that you can clip into or strap your boots into. Anything else about the bike that I can remember at the moment? Along the way, it gets pretty rough and dirty, and I didn't bring any of my own lubricants or sprays, whatever, because obviously flying international planes, there's lots of restrictions on what you can bring and what you can't. So rather than go with the hassle and just try, I didn't bring anything, just tools. But when I got here, I did get some spray lubricant, which actually cleaned and lubricated. Just be careful you don't get it in your disc brakes. You can check out some of my Instagram photos and a video where I actually got it in the brakes and had to do some on the road MacGyver style cleaning of the brakes. We actually had to set them on fire to clean it up. Brakes, you need them on this ride. So yeah, just be careful when you're spraying lubricant. Don't get it on the brakes, because it's gonna kill your brakes. All right, besides that, I don't think there's much else to say about the bike. I'm happy with the decision I made to get a hardtail. If you can afford a dual suspension, I think I might, I would suggest leaning towards that. Definitely the hydraulic brakes. Definitely get a seat that you can, it's going to be comfortable. Get some panniers, get a rack, and then you're pretty much set to go. Ding. Okay, so getting the bike back home is the same process of getting it here. You got to find a place that can box it up for you. The people at Reed Cycles helped me box it up. Service they offer, they boxed it up so I could bring it here. From Spain, I'm in Santiago at the moment. I got to get to Barcelona. There's a company here called Correos, and you'll see them everywhere. They will box up your bike for you as well. So for at the moment, €45. They'll box it up, let them know that it's going on the plane, and they'll get it all. Take the wheel off, get the pedals off. Well, I'm not sure if they're doing all of that. I'll find out soon enough. But they'll pack it ready to fly international. Deflate the tires, all that stuff. And you can throw in some other stuff as well. So that's how I'm getting my bike home. My dad has actually got inspired by the walk, and he's donated his bike to somebody who needed it for free, along with the panniers, the bags, a whole bunch of gear. So he's free of that, and probably feels pretty good about it too. I myself like the bike. I want to take it home. It's going to need probably a full service to get it back up to 100%. Hopefully the guys at Reed Cycles will help me out with that. But later today, I'm taking it to Correos, getting it boxed up, and it's getting shipped off to Barcelona, where in about a week's time, I'll arrive and pick it up and take it to the airport, and we go home. All right, so that's me, Citizenrod. That was the ride. This was the bike. Good choice. Support your... I'm Australian. I supported the Australian local suppliers, manufacturers, Reed Cycles. That was a good choice. Hardtail, hydraulic brakes, disc brakes, and that's it. That's me signing out from Santiago de Compostela.